What's up, Diabadass fam? It's your boy Percy Robinson coming at you with another smash hit video. Now today, or actually this morning, we are in the kitchen and we are going to make a wonderful breakfast for the loves of our lives. Now, I'm not gonna lie, breakfast is really not my thing. I'm just a throw some almond milk in a blender with some protein powder and I'm good to go. But the women in my life, meaning my daughter and my mother, they're both my girls, so I want to make sure that they enjoy a beautiful breakfast. So I'm making it for them. And you should do that as well for your loved ones, whether it be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your kids, your mother, whoever. They are going to appreciate this wonderful breakfast that I'm about to show you. Now, let me break down this for you, okay? I'm gonna break all this down for you. So we're going to start off with, we're going to juice our own juice with the fruits that we bought from the store. We're not gonna store buy orange juice from a carton. That is old school. We ain't doing that no more. We're going to be putting time into the breakfast we are about to make for the people that we love. So we're gonna start off with a little bit of juice. So we're gonna do some oranges. We're going to do some pineapples. We're going to do some cucumbers fresh from my garden. Yes, I said it, fresh from my garden. We planted it a while ago and now vegetables and fruits are growing. So I am excited about that. And then we're going to add some turmeric. I mean, this juice is, oh my God, it is like orange juice on steroids, and everybody is going to love this juice and they're gonna love you for it. I guarantee it. And then we are going to do some protein pancakes with some quinoa flour. So it's going to be healthy, it's going to be light, it's going to taste amazing. And then I got some, this right here. Now this, I found out probably a while ago. I was skeptical about it. I didn't want to add this to my repertoire, but I wanted to have some type of egg supplement. And it actually turned out really good. So this is a vegan egg. It's a company called Just. You guys gotta try it out. It needs no seasoning, no nothing. You can just put it on the pan and you're good to go. If you want to doll it up a little bit, you can do that, but it's really not necessary. If you're not experienced with seasonings and flavors and stuff like that, you can just pour it in and you're good. Also, we're gonna cut up some fruit. So this is going to be an all-around breakfast. Now, speaking of breakfast, let me adjust myself real quick. Speaking of breakfast, we are so accustomed, we are so used to the old school way of having breakfast. Like the pancakes, the heavy pancakes, the buttermilk pancakes, you know, whatever you want to call it. The bacon, the eggs, the sausage, and the potatoes, and the sweet orange juice. And that combination is really not good for our bodies. You know, I'm here to show you a better way to have a dope ass breakfast. And yes, I said ass, so it's a dope ass breakfast for you and your family to enjoy. And it's good for you, and it's healthy, and it tastes amazing. So, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, and I'll see you on the other side. Roll the intro. Okay, Diabadass fam, we are back with another one. So what I'm doing right now is I am making sure my knife is nice and sharp. We are going to start this morning breakfast with some juice. And this is not the old school freshly squeezed orange juice. We're going to put a little pizzazz in it. So I'm going to use 4 oranges for this, and I'm just going to cut them into 4s, each one of them. I'm going to use 1 pineapple and 2 things of turmeric root. Now with the turmeric root, certain stores have them, certain stores don't. You kind of just have to search for them. But wherever they're at in your town, I believe at least one store has it. So with this next part, I am just slicing the peel off of the orange. I tried to do it the other way with my thumb and tried to, peel it off, but it just didn't work out into my favor. So I'm just doing it this way. You can do it however you want to do it, however, whatever way is comfortable for you, but this is the way I'm doing it right now. Now, the reason why I'm just peeling the peel away is because I don't want it to get all caught into my juicer. Now, depending on what type of juicer that you have, you could do it however you want to do it, but my juicer, it just gets jammed up if I put the whole thing in, peel and all. So that's a little quick tip on why I am doing this. Now, this is one of my favorite tools to break open the pineapple with. I don't think I will ever cut a pineapple any other way than this way, and you will see why. Now, don't ask me what the name of it is. I just got it a long time ago, I think from the Pampered Chef, but I believe you can get these things from Amazon as well. But this makes cutting the pineapple open so much easier, and you guys will be so happy if you had this. They're very inexpensive. I think you can get real expensive ones, but get your little, this will, get your little exercise on, strengthen the wrist and your forearms. We need this, people. And just like that, we have our pineapple cut the way we want it. And then this the middle piece, you can just throw it away. And I'm just gonna slice this in half just like that there. And we're done with the pineapples, we're done with the oranges. Now this came from my garden. Can you believe that? This came from my garden. We are using 1 fresh cucumber. And I don't know what it is about having a cucumber come from your garden, but this just made me feel so happy. I was itching to use that cucumber. Now with the cucumber, you will not taste it at all. You will actually taste the freshness of it, but that's about it because the orange, the pineapple, and the turmeric will overpower it. The only reason why I'm using the cucumber because it's going to add that extra juice that you need. This is one of my favorite parts. Once everything is cut and prepared, we are going to start throwing everything into this juicer. This makes me so excited. Now this, if you're asking or want to know, this is what you call a slow press juicer. And what it does is it just grinds all the juice out of it. And then if you see on the left side of the little spout, it's going to, all the compost, it's going to push all of that out. And nothing but juice is going to be on the right side. Look how juicy that is.
when I juice, I like to juice in large quantities. That way I'm not wasting my time just doing this process for just one glass of juice. And you gotta have the turmeric, and it has to look like this. This is the rawest form that you are going to get, and you're gonna get all the nutrients from this root. And as you can see, the cylinder is filling up quite nicely, and it's almost time for me to dump it into the container. Now this next step is optional. You can use a strainer if you like. I like to use a strainer because it gets all of the pulp and everything else that you don't want in this drink. I like to make sure my drink is nice and smooth and I'm not chewing on anything. Now this next step is you want to get a spatula or a spoon of your choosing, and you're just going to move it all around in the strainer. Make sure you get all of the juice out as possible, and then you're going to end up with the pulp, and then just dump it out, or you can use it for something else. And I'm just going to pour the last bit of the turmeric in there, and the juice is ready to go. Now this part right here, I'm going to just funnel it into these little bottles. Now I believe I filled up about 3 bottles, so I had juice for the rest of the day, and it still tasted amazing. Now with this next step, we are going to do the quinoa protein pancakes. So I am going to dump about a cup worth of this quinoa flour. And then I'm going to add a scoop at first of the vegan organic protein powder. It sounds so fancy. But yeah, I'm going to do about a scoop. And with the next step, we're gonna do about a teaspoon of baking powder. And then once we got all the dry ingredients in, we're going to put it into the bigger measuring cup. Just whisk it around just a little bit, make sure all the chunks are all broken up. And then I'm going to add some almond milk. So almond milk is just going to make the pancakes nice and fluffy. So I really don't have a measurement. I just, pour a little at a time. And then once it gets to the consistency that I like, I'll start cooking the pancakes. Once the batter is to my liking, I'm going to add another scoop of this protein powder into the pancakes, whisk it around, make sure it gets to the consistency that I like. And then once it is to the consistency that I like, I'm going to spray down. And then I am going to start cooking my pancakes. Isn't that pretty? Now once the pancake batter takes shape, I'm just going to add just a few blueberries on top. I mean, if you're not into blueberries, you can do like cacao or chocolate chips. You can design this however you want to do it. And then I'm just going to flip them once they get this nice golden brown color. Now this breakfast is just, it's so easy to make and it will earn you brownie points. I'm telling you, for whoever you are cooking this for. And it is super healthy and it's super light. You know, I know when people think of pancakes, they think of just the heaviness, but the lightness of the quinoa just makes it so much better and healthier for you. I mean, and mix that in with the fruit that you're going to be consuming and then the drink that we just made. This is a breakfast of champions. You know, I'm trying to get to the point, you know, get you guys to understand that we don't have to eat breakfast in the traditional sense, you know, the eggs, the bacon, or the sausage with potatoes and, you know, a sweet store-bought orange juice. I want to simplify these breakfasts for you so it's easy to make and you don't have to make those other choices, the more convenient choices. So with this last step, we are just going to prepare the fruit. You know, cut up a few strawberries, some kiwis, and then we have the blueberries. And while we're doing this, the juice that we made is cooling in the refrigerator. So that's why I started with the juice first. So that way, while I'm preparing everything else, that's just chilling in the refrigerator. Um, And if you are preparing such a healthy breakfast for whoever, make sure you go the extra mile and you doll that plate up as well. Put in an effort. I'm telling you, they will really appreciate the effort. You know, there's nothing like looking at a beautiful plate and then tasting something that is just as amazing. So yeah, take your time doing something like this. They will appreciate it. I guarantee it. Now, this is my most favorite part of this whole process, and that is dolling the plate up. I don't know. There's something about just making the plate so presentable to whoever is eating this, and the satisfaction of looking at their faces and how their faces look so amazed, like, wow, you took the time and did something amazing for me. So yeah, that's why I like to take my time. And by the way, people, these are vegan eggs. It's a brand, I can't think of the name of the brand off top, but I wanted to try them out. And actually, texture-wise, they weren't that bad. I mean, it actually tasted like eggs, and you didn't have to add any salt or any type of pepper or any type of seasoning because it already had like a nice little flavor to it. So of course I'm going to do my blueberry syrup and then drop some blueberries on top. And to add a little character to this plate, I'm going to drizzle a little bit of chia seeds on top. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a nice gourmet healthy breakfast that anybody would love. I mean, look at the colors. And we have the juice. Oh man, you are going to feel amazing after this breakfast. This is what your body needs, people. So technically, I made this breakfast for my daughter and my mother, my two girls. But they were both sleeping and I couldn't wait. So I just had to dig in, and this food tasted amazing. And once they woke up, because they like to sleep in, they loved it as well. They appreciated my effort. I mean, it was to the point where I have to do the happy dance after eating this. You know, have you ever had food or ate food so good you just had to do your little happy dance or like do a happy song? Well, that is what's happening in this moment. And the juice, oh, I'm telling you, if you guys don't try this juice, I don't know what's wrong with you. See, happy dance all day, baby.
Welcome back, Diabadass fam. Welcome back, baby. Now, wasn't that video amazing? So, I'm just gonna go ahead and say everybody enjoyed it, even though they sleep in too late. I was up at 5 something in the morning. I'm up at 5 something in the morning every morning. But the lovely ladies that are in my life, they like to snooze a little bit longer. And what I mean by longer, they're sleeping right now. So, no, I'm just playing. But they did sleep in a little late, but they woke up to a beautiful surprise. They were able to put it in the microwave, warm everything up that needed to be warmed up, and the juice was already chilled. So they were pretty excited to see the layout, the spread of the food that I provided for them. Now, I know what you guys are saying. I know what you guys are gonna say. Percy, I work a lot, long hours, and, I don't have time. The time that I spend, at home, I want to spend it, doing the things that I like to do. Well, let me let you guys know on a little secret. I work probably about 10 plus hours a day, 5 days a week, and the weekend is the only time that I get to have for free. And with that free time, I am shooting, I am editing, I am cooking, and I am providing love and care for the people that I love. So it's really not an excuse. You know what I mean? I know I hate to sound harsh, but it's really not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, my boy Jimmy P, he posted something and he says, if you don't like the way things are going, change the narrative. So pretty much change the narrative, and it stuck with me. So, that's what I'm doing. I know I'm not going to be doing this job for too much longer. But yeah, this is what it's all about. Loving and caring for your family and showing your appreciation for them, because they are all that you have. So, if you guys enjoy this content and you want more, hit the like button, shoot me a comment. I always answer back. But you already know what time it is. If you eat good, you live good, and you feel good. And don't forget to tune in, tell a friend, and subscribe. Peace.